Welcome back to the laser burn. And back, I don't know why I say back because this is the first video in this channel. So let's see how this new venture goes. I have this hole in my attic that I don't like. I put a fan there as an extractor, but of course it didn't work because it didn't move enough volume of air. So now I ended up with a piece of sheetrock with a hole in it that of course looks ugly. So I took it down and that's why it looks the way it looks. Now I cut a piece of plywood the size of that hole, and now since I have a desktop laser, I'm gonna go ahead and show you here on Lightburn what I am going to do. So first of all, I started with a simple square, and then I'm gonna size that square the size of the piece of MDF board that I'm gonna use, which in this case is 300 by 400, 400 by 300. Now that square is gonna be somewhat centered in the work area, slightly towards the bottom. Now I went into the internet and I found a image that I like, that I want to cut into the MDF board. That image is this warning sign. The sign is only a distraction. I went ahead and sized the sign, center it first, and then sized it inside my 300 by 400 square. Now I'm going to show you how to trace it, because so far this is pretty self-explanatory. Now we're gonna go into tools, trace image. This is the tracing. I always like to zoom in and see how smooth it is around the S's, anything that's curved. I like to see how smooth it is. This D, I'm not gonna work with that because it's gonna be pretty big, probably not too noticeable. However, let's just say that I want to move the threshold, and that's what happens. Now I do want this sharp corner right there, so I'm just gonna leave it right there, and everything else should be pretty good. The A looks pretty good, the C looks pretty good, although the A could use a little bit of tightening up. So I think I'm gonna leave it at 128, which is what it was at the beginning, 128. There we go, we have it at 128, and that's what it's gonna be. Click OK. Oh, you can fade the image, and that's how it's gonna look. It's easier to zoom in and look at it. Now, click OK. Now, it's only a tracing. Now, do I want it just like it is? I think what I want is to leave the MDF board, which is the outer line. I'm just gonna go ahead and change colors here so we don't get confused. Now, so there we go. Let me go ahead and, this is from a previous job. Let's delete that. No, I don't want you to open that. Click OK. All right, so now it's only one layer. So what do I want to do? I definitely want to keep the outer one so I can frame it correctly. I want to keep the warning, and I also want to keep obviously all the letters. Now the framing is what I'll probably not keep. So yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of the framing. So you're gonna click on the image, you're gonna select it, make sure you have the select tool on the top left or wherever it is in your system. Now we are going to click the lonely man up here. That lonely man, see how it says ungroup selection. So we're gonna ungroup selection. Now everything is individually placed on the working area. That means that I can delete that, and I can delete this. Or I can change that from layers. Now it's a black layer, which by the power setting obviously is a cutting layer. Let's make a green selection. Let me show you what I mean by a green selection. From the bottom right to the top left is green. So this is going to select everything that is touching, so I don't have to go all the way up to select what I want. See, everything is selected. However, if I go from the top left to the bottom right, it only selects what's inside. Although it was touching the black curved line, it didn't select it. So that's why I like the green selection, bottom right. Bottom right selects everything. I want to size it. In my MacBook, I hold Command, and everything stays center when I hold Command. And I stretch it. Stretch it, and stretch it, and stretch it. What do I want to do? I want to use as much material as possible. I don't want to waste too much material. And to me, that's pretty alright. That's how it should cut. It's gonna cut a small edge here, curved edges, and it's gonna cut my my letters. Now I don't want to use the letters, I want to use the blanks, because the MDF board will be painted gray, light gray, and the plywood that's gonna go in that hole is black. So the black will show through the holes, of course. Now let's go ahead and set this up for cutting. I want to, let's group this again. Let's group the letters, only the letters, group the letters. We're gonna go next to the lonely man. To the left, there's a little group of people. Select it, and now it's all selected. Now it's grouped. While the project is cutting, let's go ahead and go over the settings that I did. As you saw, the outer line, both outer lines already are gone. I didn't really like the curved one, so I just left it like this. Now, if you go to the Louisiana Hobby Guy, he's a YouTuber, and he is very good at this laser stuff. Go there, learn some good stuff from him, first of all. Second, subscribe to his channel. And third, please check out his blog. In every video description, he has a link to his blog. Go to his blog, it's free to sign up. Go ahead and learn some stuff from the blog as well. And the interesting thing about the blog is that you can download presets. Like, for example, I can download this library. He has a video explaining how to download it and how to install it. But this library gives you specific parameters for acrylic, metal, bamboo, basswood. Well, you can read all this. He doesn't have MDF here, so I used basswood. What's the basswood? Yep, I used basswood, 3 millimeters. The MDF is 3 millimeters. MDF is not basswood as far as I know. But I click the cut parameters for the 3 millimeters, and I click assign, and it's gonna assign it to my layer, which is the blue layer. It's already assigned, so nothing is gonna happen. So that's where I got these parameters from. It saves you a ton of time. Let's go check on the progress. Okay, so it is completed. Now, remember what I was saying, that the XTool is not allowing me to do a firmware update? Well, definitely shows Let's show you where it shows. Look at the S. What's the other? The A, the R. So yeah, I don't know. It skipped this spot right there on the R. The G here is messed up. So yeah, if you buy one of these things, beware. I would steer away from them personally, but I'm already stuck with it. They were sending me a new motherboard, which is under here, and we'll see if that fixes the issue. If not, then I guess I'll get another laser. And with that in mind, what laser do you guys recommend? Do a quick recap. We learned how to get the picture into Lightburn, which is just like in any other software, just copy and paste it into it. We learned how to center it, and then after centering, we learned how to trace it. We learned how to trace the image, which was tools, and trace image down here on the bottom. I don't have an image, so it's gonna be grayed out. And then we learned how to group and ungroup. We learn how to, after you ungroup, how to delete individual letters if you want to. And yeah, I'm gonna start making some more of these videos. You know, one video, an entire project, not too long, sweet, short, and to the point. Here on this last cut, remember that I need to remember I'm gonna have to keep the center of the A, the center of the R, the center of the O's, you know, any letter that has a center, I have to keep. And that way I can, you know, see the letter. Anyways, I hope you like this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want. Please do. It helps me out a lot. And yep, this is the laser burn.